Hi, I'm King 5 meteorologist Rich Marriott, and it's turning into a nice day around western Washington, though we did start off with some areas of fog around. Some of that's still out there burning off at mid-morning, but should be gone by this afternoon. We're on track to see quite a bit of sunshine today, and Tuesday is going to be a totally dry day. It may be the last one for the next week, so you want to get out and take care of any things you want to get done without them getting wet first, like maybe move the leaves, things like that. And there in Port Angeles this morning, it's got the sun up and looking pretty nice, looking out there towards the strait. And checking there in Everett, not looking quite as nice. You can see the sun trying to burn that off, and it will here within the next hour or two. That's going to go away. Should be in pretty good shape a little bit later on. Overall, we've got a couple places that have some poor visibilities. You can see some out there in the distance from the Columbia Tower Cam, but also a lot of blue sky as it zoomed in there on Mount Rainier. And checking those distances, visibility from the airport, you can see down the south sound fairly low, only a few tenths of a mile down in there, but you don't get down into zero visibility until you get south of Olympia in the traditionally foggy areas, and that should gradually improve during the course of the morning. And by this afternoon, even Olympia and probably Centralia and Chehalis should start to clear out. And elsewhere, though, we're already starting to clear out fairly quickly now that we have the sun up and helping to burn that off. Checking the next 7 days, like I said, we're really not looking at any more dry weather after today. There will be breaks in the rainfall, but basically it's kind of one system after another. The one thing I would say, though, is these systems look considerably less wet than the ones we had earlier in the month. So we'll continue to get the rain which we need, but we'll get it in smaller chunks, which will be a little bit better way to handle it. So we're probably not going to see as much standing water out there, or probably as much in terms of the leaves coming down and clogging the drains overall, because they're not quite as windy either, and hopefully the trees are running out of leaves gradually. And you can see those temperatures gradually starting to cool a little bit as we head towards the end of the week, which would be good because our snow levels have been running a little high for the ski season. Checking that time lapse down there at Avanti High School in Olympia. Put this in just because the color is so nice. You get that early morning sunshine there on those trees in the foreground. Really a nice shot. And you see the fog there is kind of burn off and then kind of comes back, so it's kind of sloshing around down there in the South Sound, but should be gradually going away as we head towards a little bit later on this morning. Looking at the computer model, you can see we do have the system off the coast. That kind of develops during the day today, and we will be dry through the day, it looks like, and that will start to swing in here. Tomorrow morning, we might see a few sprinkles or showers as it starts to approach us with the warm front, but then the main push comes in during the afternoon and evening. That's going to kind of soak us down as we head into Thursday and keep us wet through the day on Thursday. That moves on through. Another one moves through during the day on Friday. Might get a little bit of a pause as we head into Saturday with showers and sun breaks, but then it looks like we're going to see things get wet again as we head into Sunday as they continue to march on through here. So definitely dropping back into a wet pattern around western Washington. If you're headed up to the mountains, the shot from Hurricane Ridge, very pretty. You can see some of that marine deck cloudiness, the low clouds out there in the river valleys, but the striking thing is that this was totally covered in snow about a week to 10 days ago, and now all back to the brown grass. It's all melted or rained off at this point, but we'll start building it up again, I think, as we head into next week. Shot there from Mount Rainier from Paradise, looking pretty nice this morning, but again, that's a little above 5,000 feet, and mostly the snowpack that they developed has gone for the time being. Not unusual for that to happen. Looking at the passes, no driving problems across the Snoqualmie, Stevens, or White Passes, or even North Cascades for that matter. They all have bare and wet pavement this morning, so in pretty good shape. And checking those snow levels, they remain high here for the next few days, between about 7,000 and 8,000 feet. We do get front through as we head into later Thursday, which is going to drop our snow levels briefly down to about 4,000 feet, so down to the base of like Crystal and Stevens Pass, but they pop back up again on Saturday, but then start to fall again and drop back down to about 3,500 feet by Monday. And it looks like next week we're going to hover probably between about 3,000 and 5,000 feet, which should start to build a little bit of a snowpack, especially in the middle to top part of the ski area. So that's a little bit of good news. Down here in the lowlands, we're going to be looking for the fog and low clouds to give way to partly to mostly sunny this afternoon. High temperatures into the mid-50s. Increasing rain as we head towards the afternoon and evening tomorrow, mid to upper 50s. Looks like rain at times for Thursday and for Friday. Showers and sun breaks Saturday. Another round of rain increasing during the day on Sunday, and then partly sunny with just a few showers Monday, but definitely getting cooler as we head towards Monday with the highs right around the 50-degree mark. And if we look at the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook, you can see definitely running cooler on those daytime high temperatures. So that's a sign we're going to be looking at some lower snow levels as we head towards the end of the month.